Rent to rent is a great cash flowing vehicle, all right, to create financial independence. But can you actually create wealth, for the long term? And what exactly is that? Well, for me, financial independence is essentially when you replace your income through property so that you do not have to work, all right? Now, rent to rent for me is one of the most powerful ways of doing this. And I see my mentees and masterminders retiring every single month. It's absolutely amazing because they was earning £3,000 a month. They did 2 rent to rent deals, earned £1,500 a month, replaced their income, all right? Technically, tax, yada, 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 but replace their income to a adequate level. And then they have the option of not working. Now, usually we end up going to 5 or 6 grand before stopping the work because you can systemize it. But the fact of the matter is, if you get made redundant, if COVID comes, you've got a recurring income that you can rely on. Because when I started, the biggest issue I had in my last career was the income was up and down. It was up and down. So what I wanted was something that was pretty stable, that would come in whether I worked or not. So I didn't have to do certain things I didn't want to do. But can you create wealth? Well, for me, wealth, is when you've actually got a level of money to not just cover your basic expenses, but to do the nice holidays, to have the nice things, to maybe not only replace your income, but replace your partner's income, to have assets that you own for the long-term legacy wealth, things to hand down to kids. Wealth is not having to worry or think about money really at all in any circumstance. And just keeping 100% real, I'm still on this journey, okay? I never ever rest on my laurels, and I constantly want to increase and do better. And I'm just a little guy, I only started 4 years ago, and I'm still trying to scale up my way to the wealth aspirations that I have. But having said that, what I've managed to do is use rent to rent as originally as a cash flow strategy to create financial independence for me, my wife, my mom, and some friends around me. But then what I've done is I've reinvested the profits into assets that I own. We've purchased multiple properties, SAs and HMOs, and now our cash flow is around £10,000 a month from assets we own. So what that means is if you're doing 100, 120 grand from properties that you own, that whatever happens, you're on a 6-figure salary, you don't have to work, your partner doesn't have to work. And my next goal is to take that figure to 250 grand. Because I feel like if you're at 250 grand of passive income, where you don't really need to do anything from the owned assets, then for me, that is a great level of wealth, because you are going to be able to live a wonderful lifestyle from assets that you own that you don't really have to do anything for. Plus, you're going to get the capital appreciation. All right, you're going to get the capital appreciation where in 10, 20, 30 years, you've got your pension. Because I ain't got a pension. I'll be honest with you. I was in the music industry. I've been self-employed for over 10 years. There ain't no pensions. So the owned assets are nice to purchase and forget about, just get the income, knowing that you've got a pot in 10, 20, 30 years. But I would not have been able to have done that without rent to rent. There's no way you're going to be able to buy 4, 5, 6, 7 houses in a couple of years without a 6-figure salary or business or beast that can churn out income that you can then reinvest. Now, yes, you can use investor finance, but I know people that are up to their eyeballs in debt, and they're servicing so many different loans. Rent to rent has removed that for me. Because yeah, I do use investor finance on some projects, but in terms of the ratio to finance from ourselves, rent to rent, versus finances from investor finance, it's night and day. So can rent to rent create wealth? Absolutely. It can give you massive cash flow. The first step, get you out of work. The second step, reinvest that into assets that you own. And the third step is to scale that up so that you're earning, 250, 300 grand from assets you own. All right? You're clear then. You ain't got to worry about it. and they are going to go up in value every single year. And then you could still have your rent to rent baby there churning out, okay, 6 figures every single year. Because if you can live off your rent to rent income and just reinvest all your owned income, or the other way around, you're going to be able to scale way, way faster. So do me a favor, comment below. Let me know where you're at. Are you starting out? Are you looking for financial independence? Have you got that? Are you looking for wealth? Have you got that? As I said, I'm early on in my journey. I'm just getting started, baby, but I'm super, super excited. And I know for sure that rent to rent is going to be the foundation of what I go on to do. So thanks very much. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.